if I do that. Am I a bit louder for those in the back? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
sounds
Loud
good.
and clear, Captain.
Amazing. Hi. Yes, we are the invaders of Elsewhere. Cool. So, yes, hi. I'm DM Dan. I run Explorers of Elsewhere, a actual play tabletop role-playing game channel over on YouTube. We've been going for a little while, and we've done quite a lot of stuff, and we play a lot of tabletop RPGs. Sometimes we play D&D, and sometimes we don't. If you want to see stuff that isn't D&D that's getting played, then you can check out the live stream that we did earlier today, as well as our current running campaign, which is a Blades in the Dark campaign, Elysia Rising. That's proving to be a fantastic little jaunt. But we're going back to basics. We're going to play some D&D. We're all D&D veterans, I would argue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. So,
Although it's been so long, I've forgotten how.
yeah, what is a 20-sided
What
dice?
is what?
That seems excessive. So, let's do a quick run around the rosy, just in case anyone is watching and wondering what's going on. So, Carl.
Hi.
Hi. Who are
Hi,
you?
how doing? I'm Carl, a long-time friend of Dan, one of the original EOEers from Season 1 and the pre-YouTube as well. I've been playing D&D for so many years now. So many years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also very sick today, so apologies. This isn't my normal tone. I've kind of got the Phoebe sort of like cold voice going on, so it's just making me sound sexier.
Nice. Yours. It's very
Keep telling yourself that, Carl.
Every day.
Sounding very, very Jason Statham. Marvellous. And Meg. Who
hang
are
on.
you? Tell me all
Swallow my
about
tea.
yourself.
Hi, I'm Meg. That's about it. I'm playing. I've just sort of completed 2 rounds of campaign 1 and campaign 2 on the Explorers of Elsewhere channel.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I'm friends with Dan. He's alright, you know.
He's a bit of a weirdo.
He's
in a
okay.
French maid outfit.
Keep
Well,
wearing
that's
that
why we
around.
love you.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, I don't know. I'm just me. Hello.
It has dawned on me that Matt has come barreling into this with very little context.
I have not a clue what's going on. Yeah. In life generally, but particularly today.
Well,
Good.
you know, yes, good. Yeah, we. This is just how we roll. And if you've been watching the live stream, you probably know who the last person is. But Rob, who are you?
Hello, I'm Rob. So I'm from Heroes Wanted, being invaded by Explorers of Elsewhere. I too play a lot of D&D, and this is the first time I've seen Dan in a French maid outfit, but I hope not the last.
Certainly not the last time. Yes. Okay, amazing. So yeah, we are going to play a little like one shot called Wild Sheep Chase. Oh, Carl is lost. We have lost Carl.
Carl has become text. Canon.
6 hours of technical difficulties. We cannot be contained. Or maybe we can. Maybe. Okay, we'll crack on. Sans Carl. Yes, this is. Oh, you're in?
Oh, I'm here with face. It's just my camera keeps disconnecting, and I can't understand why.
Well, I mean, to be honest, mate, it's a bit of an improvement.
Oh!
I'm allowed to say that. I'm wearing a French maid outfit. So, I think, did we get that name? Oh no, my name is covering my modesty. So yes, we're gonna play some D&D. Wild Sheep Chase is a very fun little one shot designed for level 4 to 5 players. We are level 4 for this. And it should, theoretically, take about 4 to 6 hours. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Going round the houses, but in reverse. So, starting with Rob. Who are you playing? Who are you playing tonight?
Today I will be playing the wonderful character of Dorian. Dorian is an exceptionally old and confused frail gentleman. He is a wizard who has learned his magic just by nature of being very, very old. His little quirk is that he carries 2 shields, a shield in each hand, as he wanders about the world, looking for some kind of purpose and lunch.
And lunch. Okay, amazing.
And lunch, yes.
Marvelous. So we have Dorian the wizard. Matt, who are you playing?
Yeah, so you probably, if people have seen me before, it's probably from campaign 1 where I played Hoffling pirate called Zumbo Marifat. Today I'm playing his brother, Gumbo Marifat, who is a egotistical chef who travels the world looking for exotic ingredients and to master his culinary art.
Amazing. Okay.
See how that goes.
Meg, who
Hello.
are you playing?
I'm playing Bambo, the gnome ranger, who's a very small, slightly unhinged little lady, who you'll notice from the picture has rabbit ears, and they may or may not be real rabbit ears grafted to her head.
Oh my god.
Gross.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Marvellous. So, I'm getting real strong, like, Tiny Tina Borderlands vibes from Bambo.
I've been watching a lot of Has Been Hotel recently.
Of course, yeah.
And if anyone knows that and knows the character Nifty, think that, but like dirty and mossy and living in the forest.
Okay. Excuse me.
Ambo's also on a mission this thing because every ranger needs like a companion pet.
Yeah.
But Bambo, in all of her years, has been unable to find a companion pet.
Okay.
And really, really wants one.
We will see how that pans out then. And last but not least, Carl.
Hi, yeah, I mean, my camera seems to be dead for the time being, so I will be playing Oscar. It's spelled Yoska, but the Y is silent. If Nepo baby in the dictionary, the definition of Nepo baby was personified, that's who Oscar is. His mother was head of a temple order, and he's had every opportunity in life, and it's made him a slightly arrogant piece of shit.
I see. Very, very good.
Love it.
Okay. Well, in that case, I mean, between the 4 of you, actually, sorry, what I will say is that we are still raising donations for Heroes Wanted's Just Giving drive. At the moment, we are on £255, which is a smidge over halfway to our £500 goal. And over the space of this adventure, there are going to be additional there are going to be things that trigger off the back of your donations. So for example, if you donate £5, the next player will get advantage to their roll. If you donate £10, they will get disadvantage to their next roll. If you donate £20, I will immediately apply the effects of some sort of wild magic surge. And on £40, a devious polymorphing spell hits the party and everyone swaps bodies. Hey, Carl's back. Hi,
No,
Carl.
I'm back. Yeah,
So everyone
can't keep me away.
Everyone will swap character sheets off the back of a £40 donation. We also have stretch goals. Rob, if you could let me know what the £300 goal is?
Absolutely, I can. So we have reached 3 stretch goals already. We have 2 more to go, and they are pretty fantastic. At £350 collectively raised, we, as a group, will get to cast the spell Wish, which I'm sure will go well and not badly at all. And at £500, if you reach that £500 mark, Dan will be forced to summon Cthulhu into the game.
Amazing. Okay.
Cthulhu would make a great companion.
Cthulhu would make an excellent cat.
Yes, absolutely. So, yes, that is
Summon Cthulhu, and he's immediately polymorphed into like a cat.
that is what we have in store for you all. So, I suspect we should just dive right in and play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Let's do it.
That's great.
Let me very quickly pop the donations in the chat. So, £5.
Yeah, if you're looking to find them, they are actually, if you're watching on Twitch, at the bottom of the screen in the Twitch panels. You can find them down there. If you scroll down, Game 2 Wild Cheap Chase, they're already there.
Perfect.
Fear not, Dan, I got you.
You got me. You are much more prepared than I am. Amazing. Okay, so, yeah, let us begin. The town of Weymouth is a very sleepy one. It serves as a trading post, as a stayover for merchants, merchants, passing clerics and the like, who, after staying for the night, eating the food in the local tavern, will continue on. And it is a sleepy enough town that most likely you wouldn't really remember it after you leave. Life is peaceful in Weymouth, and the one kind of tavern come in that dominates the kind of the central square of Weymouth is called. I'm going to throw it out to the players. What is this tavern called? Or chat. If someone in chat wants to name the tavern.
The Naughty Pig.
The Naughty,
The naughty thing.
naughty Pig. Okay.
And the picture is a pig going.
Yeah.
In a French maid outfit. Okay, so the four of you, find yourselves at a table near the bar of the Naughty Pig, the one tavern come in Weymouth.
I imagine they greet everyone like oink oink, adventurers.
Yes. There is a bit of hubbub about your being there, given that you are adventurers. Because usually, whilst strangers kind of do pass through relatively often, in these moments, it's adventurers are an exciting bunch. And if I could just say, I'm just going to quickly scroll out. We'll see more of it as the game goes on, but a massive shout out to Birdie Maps for this particular map. I'll let you know when one of his maps pops up. But yes, a human paladin, a gnome ranger, a halfling chef, and a wizened human wizard.
It's wizard.
A wizard.
Sit around a table. What are you all? Let me think. It's morning, so you've stayed the night already. You're currently tucking into a breakfast. Starting with Dorian. What are you having for breakfast?
Boiled cabbage and prune.
Keep me regular.
Yes, of course. I need at my age. You need these things for the fitness and the health.
So, boiled cabbage and prune for the gentleman in the back. Gumbo, what are you having?
What would have been offered by the tavern?
So the red-haired lady behind the bar, she lets you know that Pa is in the kitchens today. So I mean, pretty much because this is a bit of a trade hub, there's lots of different options. They buy and trade and sell quite a lot of stuff. So pretty much the world's your oyster.
They have some good prunes.
Yeah, I imagine he kind of would have probably insisted on being taken into the kitchens and being allowed to cook his own breakfast, kind of sniffing disdainfully at whatever was offered him. And
I mean, in which case, perhaps we find Gumbo stood in the doorway, just watching Pa as he scurries around the kitchen. It's a bit chaotic in here, to be honest. It's certainly not of your caliber, but Pa is quite insistent that his kitchen, his rules. So he allows you in no further than the door frame.
In that case, he probably just stands in the doorway with arms crossed, kind of occasionally shouting in, what he imagines to be helpful comments.
Sure.
That is not how you cook the sausage. Just like little supervisory comments like that.
Sure. And I can only assume that, like, as various meals for the other patrons kind of filter out past you, you're just, like, getting a finger and, like, just doing taste tests on everything as they go past.
Yeah, and probably taking out little pouches of spice from his bag and adding it liberally as it comes out.
Okay, amazing. Bambo, what are you having?
See, Bambo doesn't really spend that much time in towns and doesn't really trust all this weird cuisine of cooked food. So she's probably actually just got a big bowl full of like nuts and berries and bits of rabbit jerky and just basically stuff that she's pulled out of her pockets or has managed to scrounge around on the floor outside of the tavern.
Okay, amazing. Unhygienic, but amazing. And last but not least, Oscar with the silent Y. What are you having?
I imagine Oscar has like a protein-heavy breakfast. He's got like a big bowl of porridge, protein shake, big bowl of porridge, eggs. Part of a dead animal, and he's there sort of between mouthfuls, like, yo, just like, I mean, that mind flayer had me dead to rights, yo. Just like had its tentacles around my head, and I don't know what "ew" means in mind flayese, but I can only imagine is this guy's god protects him. Like, that's the only reason it could let me go, right?
As you cast your
Gumbo, this porridge is to die for.
As you ponder back to yesterday's chance encounter with a mind flayer, desperately fleeing the area in and around Baldur's Gate, because have you seen how many people are hunting mind flayers in and around Baldur's Gate? By the gods. So yeah, just thought could do better elsewhere. Wasn't true. Yeah, it's a relatively kind of standard breakfast morning for you all. As you kind of wrap up your respective meals, you hear a bit of a commotion outside. Like you can hear the hustle and bustle of the markets and the stalls and whatnot setting up, and people hawking their wares, and the sounds of like horse and carts kind of trundling backwards and forwards along the trade road. But you start to hear like sounds of surprise and shock, and as you some of you peer over your shoulders to see what you can see kind of out of the windows alongside the door. Like out onto the street, the doors fly open with a bang, and the cries of concern follow the noise of the doors opening, and you hear the telltale sound of like clip clopping, like hooves on a stone floor. And as you turn round and look, you notice a sheep has turned up in the middle of the eating hall. The bar lady starts like shouting, and she's like, "Get out, get out!" And she's looking for a broom to sweep this sheep out.
No, lady, it's oink oink.
Yes. She looks to you a bit confused. Through the clattering of hooves, the surprise yelps, and there is a frantic bleating. Sorry. And it's an odd kind of bleating because this sheep has what appears to be a scroll in its mouth. But it looks around frantically, sniffing the air, and then it looks to the four of you, specifically you, Dorian, as it leaps up onto Oscar's lap, onto the table, knocking all of your bowls and cups and cutlery to the side, and it just stands. stands
Good
directly in
heavens.
front of you, Dorian.
I am sorry, friend. I do not speak sheep. Baba.
The
I was over there, Dorian.
so
Oh, so
the the sheep in front of you appears to be a regular sheep in basically every way. Like it is, it is white and fluffy. It's got a black face. It's got slight curled horns. But yeah, the only thing, the main thing of note is this very kind of elaborate looking scroll. Clenched
I
between
will
its
see
teeth.
if I can grab the scroll from the ship. What do you have here, friend? What have you stolen?
Okay, as you reach for it, the sheep just drops the scroll on the table, and like it's got like sheep saliva all over it. And sort of like as you go to ditheringly pick up the scroll, the sheep just starts like frenetic, like just getting more and more pent up. And you notice that the scroll is sealed with a wax seal.
Who has good? I don't have my glasses. Can someone please come and read this for me?
Well, who's opening the scroll?
I guess I'll hand it to Oscar.
Sure. So, Oscar, as you unfurl, as you break the wax seal, and the wax seal has, it. Give me a intelligence check.
Just a straight intelligence
Straight
check.
intelligence check.
Oh dear. Well,
I have good feeling about this guy.
1.
That checks out.
that checks out. That checks out.
Okay, you have a look at this seal, and you just cannot figure out what the seal, like, emblem is of. Like, you just
It's like
you
four squiggly lines with like 3 squiggly lines and like I don't know, like
Yeah, it
The
doesn't
three
really.
squiggly lines is an M, and then this one here is an H, and then this one I can't quite make out because I don't have my glasses, but I think it's a T.
oh right, okay, that makes sense. Like didn't have to read much in the temple. Everyone read for me. It was so cool.
Well, for anyone else who's having a look, it appears to be an overtly stylized F and an S. To the point where they're so flowy and it does just look like wiggly lines, until you're sort of like, oh, that's wizard's cursive. Yeah, the sheep currently on the desk is getting again more and more loud, more and more urgent. And Oscar, as you unfold this scroll, it is covered in runic symbols.
What particular language? Because I do speak a couple.
It is neither celestial, common, nor elvish.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah. Yup. Well, oh, right. Cool. Yeah. I have no idea what it says.
You notice that as you're sort of like looking at the scroll, and you're like turning it and twisting it, the ink shimmers with an ever so slight, like, pearlescent, kind of purpley, greeny colour when you move it around in the light, but otherwise it's black.
Yo. Yo, Gumbo, Bambo, look at this. Whoa.
Anyone
Gumbo
else?
is paying no attention to the scroll whatsoever. He is looking at the sheep with ravenous eyes, and kind of a little tape measure has appeared in his hands, and he's kind of measuring up its hindquarters and various like cuts. He goes, the breakfast, it has arrived, yes. Lamb chops.
At that, Bambo is also ignoring the score entirely and is also just absolutely enraptured by this sheep. And when she hears you say that, she's like, no, this could be new friend. aren't you a lovely little sheepy? And sort of like wants to grab the sheep's face and just sort of pet it quite reverently.
Okay. So,
In the absence of these idiots, and I'll try and take the scroll back from Oscar.
Yo, what's that word?
That says 58. It is the table number, friend.
Oh,
anyone who's interested, please give me an Arcana check. So Rob. Who rolled the crit? So Rob, just as a side, if you double click on your character token, that'll open up your sheet, and then for things like ability checks or like skill rolls, you can just click the name, and then it'll ask you what sort of roll you are after. But Yoska actually,
with no training in magical things whatsoever, Yoska takes a look at it and suddenly his just eyes glow.
like you realise you are
Can't even
holding
read
it up.
it.
You are holding it upside down. You're like, oh.
Yo.
So Yoska.
I'll let like Dorian roll just
Everyone else roll just in
in
case.
case that he rolls higher.
No, friend, it is fine.
Okay, so
Give it a roll.
Oh,
Go
nice.
Dorian.
so
I do not
Dorian's
have my glasses.
Dorian's like sat behind holding the scroll, and I can only imagine you're doing the Jack Nicholson face as like you see Oscar's intelligence unlock before going back to a state of dormancy. But you immediately recognise that this is a spell scroll, and like looking it over, you realise it's going to take a little bit of kind of time and know what's to translate it. The reason Oscar, you realise you couldn't read it is because it's not like a language per se. These are kind of runes of power, and they're unique to each wizard, etc., etc.
They're feelings, brah.
But yes, off the back of it, the two of you both kind of lock eyes, and it dawns on you as you start to pick out some of start to do a bit of the translating, that what you're holding is a modified version of the scroll. It's a modified scroll, sorry, of Speak with Animals.
Yo, Bambo. This is for you, my little dude.
Do I recognise what it is straight away?
Well, chuck me an Arcana. We'll see.
Okay. Just going on the fact that I can already speak with animals.
Oh.
Oh.
As can I. You say ba ba ba.
It's a 10.
It's a 10. Okay. So you're not 100% sure what the scroll is, but if you before you do anything too hasty, what are you two doing with the scroll? Now you know what it is.
Is it just a one use one person?
It looks like a one use, and it's for like a group of people.
Oh, cool. Okay.
This looks like shiny lines to me.
I think what it does, it lets us talk to the sheep, and like lets us know what's wrong with the sheep. So
Why you assume there's something wrong with the sheep? It looks like a perfectly lovely, cute little sheep to me.
this is where I imagine the sheep just goes into your face.
Yeah,
I don't
looks delicious.
Bambo is petting the sheep probably a little bit too hard by this point. Just sort of adds a bunch.
I imagine there's Gumbo like patting the back, testing the leg. You got Bambo patting the front. Like.
So the sheep kind of breaks away from your sheep handling. It's not manhandling, it's sheep handling, and just sort of like starts pawing at the scroll and like prodding it with its snout, looking kind of very intently at both Dorian and Oscar, who are clearly the two intelligent people on the table.
Very well. If you would do the honors, Oscar, I believe this our newfound bleaty friend here would like you to read this passage.
Okie dokie. And he takes the scroll and.
Sure. So, as you like, as you look at the runes, you don't really know what's taking you, like what's prompting you to do it, but you just start making noises, and there are noises that you feel the runes on the page would sound like, and incredibly, as you make these mouth sounds, the ink on the paper starts like fading away, like illuminating and kind of fizzling away like sparklers, and before you know it, the spell modified Speak with Animals is cast, and
Rub-a-dub-dub, speak to the sheep.
And Oscar, you know that something's happening because, like, whilst you're sort of like making the, you know, that scene in Men in Black 2 when Will Smith talks to all the aliens.
Sorry to interrupt you, Dan. This is just a reminder. And Isabel has kindly donated £20 and says, "Too soon?"
Oh, okay. Thank you, Isabel. Right, so £20 takes us up to 275. Do we want, question for the crowd, do we want the stock player handbook wild magic table, or do we want me to find some ridiculous like 1,000 result wild magic? Oh, it did appear. Hey, I didn't do that. Yay!
Would the fireball result be quite bad for the plot at this point?
Yeah, I think it
Could
would be, wouldn't it? Like, well, you get your lamb chops, wouldn't you?
I would, that's true.
Wild
Yeah.
magic.
Let's go for that.
Wild magic.
Are we going for
It's the
an
wild
expandable?
magic from the Wild West.
Okay, I found a true D100 wild magic surge table, courtesy of Asius God of Booty. Asius God of Booty on Reddit. Thank you, Asius.
All hail the god of booty.
Enlarge on the sheep.
Okay, right. If one of you could roll me, please. Actually, everyone, roll me a D100.
Oh boy.
I too will roll a D100. You can click on the
83.
two. So you got the dice in the chat. Oh, you got it. Yeah, cool.
Oh no,
Yeah, I've got
Gumbo. No.
Okay, right. So Oscar rolls a 29.
Oh, I also rolled a 29.
Oh, perfect.
Something about this guy. I like him.
Yeah, I'm digging. We're on the like wavelength, brah.
Oh, this is rough.
Yes, bruh.
As you speak the words, and you're just like the sparkle dust goes up both of your noses. You both become slightly intoxicated and have difficulty concentrating. You have disadvantage on maintaining concentrations on spells for the next hour.
Cool.
Gumbo.
Not a problem.
Not a problem. Gumbo is going to roll. So has rolled a 95. That
You explode.
Disintegrate
is
instantly.
charisma radiates from you for the next minute. You may use your action to strike a pose. A creature of your choice that can see you gains a D8 inspiration dice that they may add to an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. This dice lasts to the end of the minute and does not stack with a creature that already has one of these dice. So,
Okay.
you have effectively bardic inspiration, and Bambo rolled an 83. So your tongue turns into silver. You speak and understand all languages for an hour.
Nice.
Nice. And last but not least, the sheep rolled a 5, which is a halo of letters appears around the sheep's head. For the next hour, the sheep is aware if someone it can hear is lying.
Yeah.
Okay, marvelous. Thank you for that £20 donation. So, there's like as the scroll like disappears and kind of coats Oscar and Dorian in sparkling silver glitter, the spell takes effect, and you know it does because the blah, blah, well, hurry up, is it working? you hear the sheep saying, and you're realizing that the noises coming out of this sheep are coming out in common.
Yo, it's sheep. I understand it, brah. Like, we have linked.
The
Ask
sheep.
him about his diet.
Yo,
What
dude.
quality grass has he been eating?
Ask yourself, brah.
The sheep, in fact, looks to you, Gumbo, and
Why on earth would you want to know my diet? It's, well, to be fair, it has been a stable diet of back garden grass and dandelions. Free range.
Gumbo's in the act of placing a jar of mint sauce on the table. It just freezes and goes, no reason.
So, the sheep looks back to, like, clatters off the table now that it's confident that you can understand what it's saying, and like the four of you, as a sheep kind of jumps down, the four of you can't help but, like, your eye line trails to the lady behind the bar, who's now just looking at you in utter bewilderment, because unbeknownst to you, ever since you both all got covered in that magic dust, you're now just barring at one and bleating at one another.
No.
But the sheep kind of jumps onto the floor as much as a sheep can, like, kind of wiggles its back haunches, straightens itself up, and
Greetings, adventurers. Thank you. I've been looking for capable adventurers for so long, so I'm really thankful that you've been able to read my scroll. My name,
and the sheep kind of, like, bows.
is Finifear Shine Bright. Hello. How are you doing? Are you good?
Yo, can I
There
just
is no time. I'm a sheep, and I need to not be a sheep. So,
Can I just call you Finny?
no, you may call me Sir Finifear Shinebright.
Okay, Finny.
What about Fluffy? Fluffy's a good name.
Yo, Fluffy.
The sheep's eyes, because sheep eyes are,
Sir Fluffy.
like, sheep are prey animals, so, like, I guess the sheep is really struggling to look at you dead on because the eyes are on the sides of their heads.
Give you some real sight, though.
Yeah. So, the sheep's eyes boggle a little bit, and
No, I come to you with a task of immense importance. I require your aid for a dangerous and a dangerous mission, a dangerous adventure, which I will. Okay, can't point. Which I will reward you for comfortably.
Oh no! What danger has some little sheepy weepy got itself into? And as she does this, Bambo's just tying little bows around, like, little ringlets in the sheep's fur.
Madam!
he just sort of tries to.
Yeah.
So,
You'll mat it.
would our reward be like a jumper or something? Because, you know, that fur is nice.
Jason was offered a golden fleece. I think something, could be arranged.
Yeah.
The sheep sort of, like, is looking frantically. Well, I guess because it can see both sides of its head. So its head's turning ever so slightly, but you can see the eyes lolling about to look at the four of you independently. And, like, the sheep goes to open its mouth to respond to you when a loud howling fills the air, accompanied by the sound of angry yells and the occasional scream that seem to be drawing closer and closer. The cause quickly becomes apparent as a huge half-orc swaggers towards you, pushing his way through the crowd without a care for anybody standing in his way. In front of him walk what appear to be large wolves wearing iron collars, while a hulking figure in a dirty brown cloak travels in the half-orc's wake, with footfalls loud enough to be heard over the ruckus. The half-orc sets his small eyes on you and strides forward, with one hand resting on the hilt of a greatsword.
That sheep is Master Noak's, and he desires to have it back.
I think you are mistaken, friend. This sheep is Mr. Flopicus Shinebutt or something.
He for
He's not
short.
Mr. Noak.
Let me drag these in real quick.
Dorian, bruh, it's Fluffy.
Okay, so you can't see. You can hear the hulking figure that stomped him from behind, but like the cloak kind of conceals the identity of it, especially behind the half-orc. But yeah, the patrons are just kind of like scattering around, given that this honking great half-orc with 3 collared wolves has just strode in. But yeah, the half-orc kind of looks to you, Dorian, as you respond, and like his brow furrows, and it looks like he doesn't really believe you. He, like, to look at him, you kind of have an idea that this half-orc doesn't particularly look very bright. There's heavy indentation on the brow, presumably from lots of frustrated or confused frowning. But yeah, the half-orc presses again.
My apologies in case I was not clear enough. We require you to hand over that sheep.
Yo, I don't think my friend Dorian was clear enough. This is Mr. Fluffy. No, Sir Fluffy. Like, he's royalty, bruh. Sir, he's like a knight. Like, no.
And he's our friend.
Yeah, he's like our bro. So, no. Like, he's ours, man. You want him? Well, you know how things go in this town, don't you, bruh? You want him? You come get him, right?
The half-orc sort of like is holding the hilt and the pommel of his greatsword, and just like you see his hand begin to tap on the pommel of the greatsword.
I was hoping that our altercation would not resort to some form of violences, but if you are not going to be cooperating, then I am afraid I will have to use excessive force.
Yeah, just I know, bruh. That's why I said it. Like, if you want him, come. Do you not know who I am? Do you not know who my mother is? Like, I'm Oscar Halfcrown, bruh. Like, Vivian Halfcrown's son. Like, you want some? Come get it, dude.
Gumbo has sat down resignedly and started eating as much breakfast as he can.
Just shoveling it away.
Just shoveling it into his mouth. You've seen this all before.
This again.
Okay. You see, like, an unfiltered smile of genuine joy spread across the half-orc's face as you kind of size up with him, Oscar. And the half-orc kind of like beams slightly, is kind of mutton chops spreading as it reveals his kind of orcish tusks, and
Guz is gonna like this,
he says, referring to himself in the third person. And if everyone could please roll me initiative.
Oh, do you know what? Since the last time I played D&D was campaign 1.
Never mind, I've rolled
Explorers
them
of
all.
Elsewhere.
I've rolled it all for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. My apologies. It's quicker anyway. Right, so as Guz says this,
Guz is gonna enjoy this.
there is a baritone reverberating from the hulking cloaked figure behind the half-orc. And who can see it? No one really. Oscar can sort. Oh, hang on. So if I do that,
there we go. That wasn't on the board beforehand.
That is a hulking figure, Dan.
That definitely changes things slightly.
The cloak flies off of this figure, and the four of you look up at what appears to be a hulking brown bear stood on its back legs. And with a crash, the bear stomps past everyone, up onto the bar, knocking loads of things across, and like you just see the sheep. So Finithir, the sheep, just looks up and like quivers slightly, and the whole body shakes because of the wool. And the bear stomps up to you, Oscar, for giving a bit too much lip, and it swipes at you with a claw for 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
And 12
and that's
damage.
A miss.
That's 12 damage.
Oh god.
And as you bam, and you just take a claw to the side of the head, and then as you sprawl out, the mouth lunges for the bear seemingly thinks you've been knocked out, so he will instead kind of stand over the sheep and try to bite Gumbo. 19 to hit against Gumbo.
Sentinel!
Yeah, just a bit.
Okay.
I will use Sentinel.
Yeah.
When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your reaction to make a melee attack against the attacking creature.
Well, let's see how much of a meal he makes of Gumbo first. That is a grand total of 5 damage.
Okay.
I assume you managed to jam the plate in his mouth, so you're just like, you don't get the full effect of the bite. Okay, so, yeah, the bear swings at you, Oscar, takes a bite at Gumbo, and then you get to retaliate.
That is... brilliant.
Okay, so you can see that with the swipe and the bite, he's going for Gumbo, and you go to grab your sword, and perhaps that's what the claw just kind of knocks your sword away, and it clatters and slides across the floor. Okay, next up is you hear a snarling, and one of the wolves jumps up onto the bar. There's a screech from the barmaid, and the bar will kind of hops down alongside the bear, and the doggo will do a intimidation. Why is it -2? I mean, okay, even rolls like. The wolf starts snarling at the sheep, and the sheep, and a couple of sheep droppings fall out the back end of it. Dorian.
What? This fella is very large. I'm going to sort of like sidle my way somewhere over here. And then Dorian sort of flips open, he places down one of his 2 shields, or I guess while still holding one of his 2 shields, as is his wont, and sort of pulls out a spell book and flicks through and is, oh yes, here we go, and starts reading a spell, and was going to cast the spell Gust, to make a small breeze blow his cloak in a kind of billowy fashion so that he looks a little bit more intimidating. Yes, very good.
So that's just on your own cloak, sorry, or...
Yes, yeah.
Okay, you know what? Roll me an
We're dead.
Yeah, it was a good one. If everyone could donate a lot, like in the next 2 minutes, that'd be great.
Amazing.
It was nice knowing you, Fluffy.
roll me a. Is it intimidating, or are you trying to like awe them with your splendor?
Gross them out.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look a bit more impressive so that I could figure something to do next turn with it.
Okay, roll me a persuasion.
Surely will. I know how Foundry works. Fear not.
So,
Mashed it.
okay. So you manage to conjure the gust spell, but because everything's kind of so cramped and like everything's a bit like there's a massive giant bear like looming over the table, the gust like hits your robes in such a way that it looks like you've just done a little fart. And like the two.
Oh, sorry, that must be the prunes.
The two commoners sat on the table behind you, just look at you and excuse me, sir. She says as they look at you. In
Oh no!
utter disgust.
Excuse me.
Okay, marvelous. Bambo, what are you doing?
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Bambo takes one look at the bear looming over her new best friend, Mr. Finnefer Fluffykins, and just leaps at the bear with a short sword, screaming wildly.
Okay. So let's move you. Yeah. Okay.
You leave Mr. Fluffy alone. Yes.
So let's put you there, and let's put you up there, just so we're actually on squares. There we are. Okay, so you leap up onto the table, and then leap at the brown bear.
And then I do an attack with my short sword, which is a 12.
That is a hit.
Yes! Damage!
Oh.
7.
Oh.
I heard a noise.
Julia has donated
That was
£10. Please don't
was a
TPK so
tinkle.
early. Right, we have. Right, let me quickly update the thing. We're doing things analog here. So I believe we're on £285 now, and you get.
I think 10,000 is disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Thanks, Julia.
Good stuff, Julia.
Actually, yeah, Meg, I'm going to need you to roll both those again.
Oh, great.
No.
Roll the 12 again.
Okay, let's do that
Let me
again.
get rid of
11.
11. That is still a hit.
Damage again?
No, we'll stick with the 7 damage.
Julia says she thought it was advantage.
Yeah, sure you did, Julia.
Okay, hang on. Let me very quickly turn off some of these health bars because I'm sure that no one can actually really see what's going on. 2 seconds.
Only us.
2 seconds. Always. Cool. Oh, wait. What have I done? Never. And then never.
Ah.
There we go.
Julia to the rescue. Julia says that is 2 £5 donations, not a £10 donation.
Oh, you didn't know. I'm pretty sure it said £10.
Smart.
£10 on the scroller, though. Right, okay. That should be... Beg my pardon. That should be a little bit better for everyone to see what on earth is going on. Cool. So, you do 7 damage to the brown bear, and it...
See, we as a team, we believe you, Julia. Just DM Dan's being, he wants a TBK. He actually wants to go to bed. Like, he saw this was to like midnight, and he was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, I've still got to edit tomorrow's video. You slash across the brown bear and lets out a grumble, like a roar of pain. Anything else, Bambo?
Nope.
Okie dokie. Next up is Guz. So, Guz will... He will step through his wolves and...
I've been moved.
Just to pop you on a square. So he then brings his... So as he steps forward, the greatsword looks impressively kind of large. And you watch as this half-orc... So let me just very quickly show you what we're dealing with here. So let's show you all that. So this is Guz. Say hi, Guz.
Hi, Guz.
Hi, Guz.
Hi, Guz. So he begins swinging this great sword round his head like a windmill, just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh in front of him, and it's. You're just not really sure where the next blow's gonna come from. You could call this a whirling greatsword, and he's going to attack two separate targets. So he's going to attack Oscar, and he's going to attack Bambo
No.
for 13 to hit for both of you.
No.
But you both duck at the same time as the sword sweeps over your head. The sheep disengages, jumps past you, and goes clattering off through the help, says the sheep as he goes clattering around the central kind of column. Gumbo, what are you doing?
Yeah. He's going to take a knob of butter that was on the breakfast table and just lob it. Lob it. Just basically there, so that it can get the two wolves and Guz. That makes sense.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, hopefully they'll all slip on the butter and fall over.
So hang on, the measure template just there, so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear a
Hey,
ding-a-ling.
ta-da!
What's the ding-a-ling? £5. Okay, so we have an advantage in the tank. Okay, marvellous. So, wolf number 1 is going to make a dex save and fails. Wolf number 2 is going to make a dex save and pass. And Guz is going to make a dex save. And he fails. So, bonk. And the wolf and Guz, as this butter hits the ground, and then I assume, what are you doing, Gumbo? What is it you're doing right now?
I imagine he just kind of sweeps the butter off the table, kind of whispers some sweet nothings to it, and then lobs it into their midst, and it just magically expands as it hits the floor, far beyond what a small amount of butter should be able to spread.
Amazing. It's a very peculiar kind of magic that you've got there.
It is. Yeah.
And no more shall be said on it.
Kitchen wizard.
Yeah, gastromancy.
Gastromancy.
Amazing. Okay, so with that,
Nice.
Guz and the wolf kind of slip and clatter to the floor in just a storm of muscle and steel and furs.
Yeah.
And the half-orc kind of peers up to you, a bit confused about what on earth just happened, because he's pretty sure
Gumbo
you threw
definitely
another
wants
butter
to
at him.
turn tail and run, I think.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Oh, some opportunity attacks are going to hurt, but I'm wondering whether to. I think I might use my halfling nimbleness to dive through the bear's legs.
Yes. Amazing.
And then dive over the bar and hide behind the bar, if that's all right. So
Okay.
I won't leave the bears. Didn't mean to go that way.
That's fine. That's fine. If you plot yourself where you want to finish.
Sure. So if I ended up like there, let me do that.
I'll be able to. I can move you 2 seconds.
Yeah, I
just
guess
there.
there's fine, or maybe there's better actually.
Yeah. well, that's out of the...
Oh, that would leave the bears. Yeah, let's go where I am. So,
Cool.
Yeah, I'll cower down behind that bar next to that red-headed lady.
Sure. Okay, so you go diving, you scoot under its legs and then spring up like a coiled serpent and dive right over the over the bar. Yes, well, I can't remember if I properly said it, but yeah, thank you for the £10 donation. Thank you, Tilda, for the £5 donation. We're now up to fact checkers, 290.
Correct.
290. Okay. Wait. Is 300 wish?
350 is wish.
Okay. We've got some time. We've got some time
Not
before this
quite
thing
there.
goes wildly off the rails. Okay, anything else, Gumbo?
No, that's me. Thank you.
Okay. So, the wolf that is stood, it stays there, so it's difficult terrain. That ends its turn there. Okay, right. So, you notice, Bambo, specifically, you notice as this wolf is just kind of like looking at Guz and the other wolf that have stacked it, like slipped over. But then there's this peculiar kind of... You've never seen... Like, you know the wolves hunt, right? Like, that happens quite often. But there's something about this wolf, as it seemingly watches the sheep kind of go bleating round the corner, and it's almost like a very, very deliberate slinking as it moves around the central pillar to there, to 40 foot, and you hear a no as this wolf like sneaks around the central column and cuts off the sheep, and once again kind of like snarls with intent. I'm gonna roll advantage because it's a sheep. There we go. And the sheep just and like its legs bow and it just stops like shaking. The other wolf that's on the ground picks itself up and with some barks and some woofs, skips through the panicking like commoners, and Oscar comes out of your...
Yeah, I already used my reaction.
Okay, cool. And you notice that these wolves seem to have very deliberately cornered the sheep. Oscar, what do you do?
Oscar looks down at Gaz and's like, yo, dude, you chose to throw down. Unless he raises his sword up, he triggers his what's the word for it? He'll trigger a divine smite as he attacks.
Okay, advantage because he's prone.
Because he's prone.
Oh.
No, no.
Oh.
That's just.
No. Boo.
Okay,
We have our advantage in the tank if we can have advantage.
Okay, you know what? We'll call it a reroll. Yeah, go for it.
Alright. This one's just normal though at this point. I know he's still prone.
Yeah, still prone. Yeah, go for it.
Much better, 23.
23. Right, so there's a moment where you go to pick up your sword and it's covered in butter grease. And like there's a kind of moment as you swing it and you picture you bringing the sword above your head and then it just like sliding out of your hands. So you make sure to kind of grab it more securely. That is a hit. Roll for damage.
We'll do damage.
And what
9.
are you smiting it? Yeah. There it is.
I'm rolling terribly.
4 damage. So that's 9, so 13 damage. Bam. Okay.
Any chance he's an undead orc, Dan?
Can't. Not yet. Not yet.
No.
I mean,
Okay. We're working on it.
at 350, you might be able to turn him into an undead orc with a wish spell. Okay, so yeah, you kind of swing, but Guz manages to roll, and whilst you kind of clatter him quite hard with your longsword, yeah, it's not like the killing blow, like the coup de grace kind of blow that you were expecting it to be. Anything else, Oscar?
Yeah, as a bonus action, being a Glory Paladin, immediately after you deal damage to a creature with your Divine Smite feature, you can use your Channel Divinity as a bonus action and distribute temporary hit points to creatures of your choice within 30 feet of you, which include you. The number of hit points is 20 plus my 2d8 plus level in this class. So it's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay. Who's getting
I guess I'll 5 to Bambo.
Yay!
Yeah. So we'll put that in there. 5 to Bambo.
I guess 5 to Dorian. I guess 5 to him. No, I've only got like.
Yeah, we've got 5 left.
Then. Gumbo, you're behind the bar, so I'll do 5 to myself.
Okay. 5. So 15 temp hit points to all of you. Very, very good. Any movement?
No, that's. I'm good.
Okay. So, at the bottom of rounds, there's like, I say, cries and screams, and some of the commoners start trying to sort of like filter out as they attempt to escape the rampaging bear and wolves. These two will make it out of the door. The barmaid goes and hides in the corner. Pa takes one look outside the kitchen door and nope, closes the door. These two, so these commoners, they begin kind of squeezing past you, Oscar and Guz, and I'm just going to real quickly do just some little dexterity checks. Okay. And
Oh no, the grease.
that was fine. And last one is okay. So there's a dwarf. There are 2 dwarves. They managed to like lower center of gravity, maybe. Like they managed to make it towards the door. The human man that was with them just like, oh, wait for me. He just goes like arse over tit, and lands and covers himself in his pipe ash. And the 2 dwarves like stop, look back at him, and then like wordlessly they kind of say to themselves, "No, we didn't like him anyway," and they make their way out of the tavern as well. These 4 will begin heading up and create a bit of a barrier. These 2 are gonna squeeze into the corner because holy hell, there's a wizard and a sheep and some wolves and what's happening. And she's gonna hide in the corner as well. Cool. The brown bear roars and this time takes a swing with...
Oh, sorry, I didn't mute myself. My apologies.
That's right. Takes a swing with its big meaty claws at Bambo. For 20 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 11 slashing damage.
Ooh, okay.
And once again tries to bite down on Oscar.
I think I'll also... That's a miss, but because it attacked thingy, I'm also going to use my reaction again for Sentinel.
Okay.
For 23.
That is a hit. That is very a hit. 20, yes.
8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. And you put in another as you kind of catch Bambo and kind of rake across the brown bear's fur, and again it roars as you do. It kind of like you see, like as the bear roars and kind of staggers back a bit, and you swear in this moment that the bear fundamentally drops into what looks like a boxer's pose and starts like swaying slightly. And like Bambo, you've never seen a bear do this. The fact that this bear's on its hind legs as long as it has been is one thing, but now it's kind of got a sparring pose on it, and you notice that it nudges Guz with the side of its foot as if to say, get up, get up. The wolf behind you all scoots round, sees that there's a wizard in between it and the sheep, and it will do a munch with some.
Oh shit!
No.
So 19 to hit as you're kind of distracted.
10 hits.
Okay, you take 8 damage, and I require a DC 11 strength save.
Okay. Cool.
Today I've discovered how weird fishnets feel.
Sure, today.
Sorry, yes. If you, well, actually, what you can do if you've got your, if you click on saving throw DC 11 strength in the chat, that will roll it with your stats.
Oh, nifty. Let's do that.
Okay.
Oh no, that's not good.
This wolf goes to basically pounces at you and just knocks you like on your back and clears you to land on the other side, and like you hear the sheep saying,
Help me, fellow wizard, help me!
Dorian, what do you do?
Well, I guess I should help him. So first thing I'm going to do is attempt to stand up.
Okay, yep.
And then I'm going to flick to my spellbook again under my various shields, and attempt to cast a more useful spell.
On the inside
I was just about to say the same thing, that spells were just written in the shield, so he's like,
Canon, yes. He's just got like spellbooks like glued up, like decoupage, like on the inside of the shield, and that's why he keeps just getting more and more shields.
World building.
And he is going to cast Rhymes Binding Ice.
Okay. Ooh, that sounds impressive. So if you click on it in your spell book, if you click on the icon turns perfect.
Spell.
And you should, if you want to, if you click place measured template.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's huge. Okay, I don't know as well as I
a
do.
30-foot cut. Oh my goodness.
I'd like to see it from like here.
Oh.
Fluffy!
And that commoner stood at the back. He's gonna get it.
Oh yes, that's Jeff. Fuck him.
Okay.
I think it actually hits like 3 commoners, doesn't it?
So, I mean, well, you could always say, you could save those and just murder Ethel over here.
Ethel and the Timothy Dalton looking.
Yes.
They
Okay.
didn't donate.
Right, so.
Yeah. I asked her for a date and she said I was too old.
So, a burst of cold energy emanates from you in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a con save. On a failed save, a creature takes... As an aside, do we have any inspirations, like advantages and disadvantages in the pot?
No.
Does anyone want to grant this poor sheep advantage on this?
I mean, Gumbo wants
Lamb
his lamb chops, yeah. So does Dorian, it seems. So, you know.
Fresh frozen.
Also, it seems that we're also in the mindset of fuck your plot.
Right, this commoner passes. I just have a feeling.
Jeff.
If they're going to pass. Ethel does not pass. Wolf.
Ethel's getting frozen.
Wolf 1. Fails. Wolf 2. Passes.
Oh, wow.
And the one
Beast.
nearest you, Wolf 3, passes. So, on a failed save, a creature
sheep as
takes
well.
3d8 and
Needs to-
hindered by ice formations until to break away the ice. Hindered by ice is reduced. Okay, so you're immobilized on a successful save, half months down, and isn't hindered by
I mean, Jeff might still end up dying because he still takes half damage.
yeah. So if you now click
Good.
on the damage, so up on your spell bit. If you,
What about Mr. Fluffy, Dan?
Oh, of
what about
course.
Sir Fluffy?
Aww.
Oh no, not Mr. Fluffy.
Oh. Haven't you got
Sir
your
Fluff
Bardic
fails.
Inspiration? Okay, roll 3d8, so 7. So,
How much help did you give the sheep, Dan?
we'll find out, won't we?
Archmage, so it's got loads, right?
So,
Arch Lich.
Timothy Dalton over here takes 3 damage.
Give me D.
Ethel is just popsicled. Turns to ice. This wolf.
Who's old now, Ethel?
Let me swap these out for a moment. Okay. So this wolf takes 7 damage, so that drops you down to 4. And the other 2 take 3 damage each. 3 damage, -3. And the sheep takes -7.
Sweet.
Okay. So, what does this spell look like, as an aside?
I think it's just like a cone of energy, but it starts like really, really slowly, and then it just starts kind of snowing, like blizzarding more and more.
Okay.
And his beard just gets sort of whiter and whiter until it looks like an advert for Flash or something.
Okay. In which case, yeah, as you like exude this funnel of kind of winter frost, you just hear "Bah!" And when the snow and blizzard finishes, you can just see sort of like sideways icicles coming off the sheep. One of the wolves, the other 2 manage to kind of dive out the way. Ethel is just sort of like frozen against the wall, and Timothy Dalton over here has kind of icicles hanging off like his chin, his nose, his ears, and it looks like Jack at the end of The Shining, like in the in the maze, just kind of sat in the corner, wondering what on earth just happened. Amazing. Anything else, Dorian?
No.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Amazing. We've got another wild magic surge, so we're
Enlarge.
We're gonna jump straight on that. So, everyone, roll me a D100, s'il vous plaît.
Oh boy.
String sheet. There we are.
26.
Okay, so starting with
Oh, we're all kind of in the 20s.
All very consistent there. Yeah.
Oscar.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, I think the vast majority of you, apart from the 1 minute one, still has your wild magic effect from last time. So a 21, Oscar,
Yeah.
your hair turns bright pink.
Cool. Oscar is okay with that.
Not the frosted tips.
Frosted.
It's probably pink with frosted
The
tips.
source of his power.
Gumbo, you infuse creatures with magic. Creatures of your choice within 30 feet of you have advantage on the next effect that involves a saving throw. That would have been real handy about 30 seconds ago. Okay, so Finithir the sheep, 35. Icy power swirls around the sheep. For the next minute, it may cast Ray of Frost as a bonus action. That's very handy. 26. So Bambo, an eye appears on your forehead for the next hour. During that time, you have advantage on perception checks that rely on sight. And last but not least, 21 for Dorian is your hair turns bright. Oh wait, sorry, Dorian rolled the 21. So Dorian, your hair turns pink.
Oh, sick, dude.
Yo!
Oscar, you rolled a 22, beg my pardon. So actually, Carl, the air charges with magic. Creatures have disadvantage on saving throws against the next spell you cast in the next minute that involves a saving throw.
Yo!
Okay, so yeah, make notes of those. They will disappear when they disappear. Thank you for that £20 donation. We are now up to 310. Yeah, anything else, Dorian?
Oh, just check out the frosted tips, dudes.
Yo,
Literal
dude!
Okay, Bambo, with your third eye.
Hello, with my third eye. First off, I made a bit of a boo-boo, and I forgot that I have the giant killer feat. So when Mr. Bear attacked me, I should have gotten a reaction, but I forgot.
You can
Is
have
it
now.
okay if I
You can
take
have
it?
now.
Yeah, can I? Okay. So I'm gonna
benevolent DM.
Oh, thank you. You're so benevolent. You're so much nicer in that like maid costume.
Yeah.
Usually you're horrible.
I can change that.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack, I guess, twice. First, this is my reaction. So
It might just be the
17.
once. Let me check. 17 is a hit.
Yep, cool. Damage is 7 again.
7 damage. Okay, so another -7. The brown bear doesn't look well.
Oh,
BF. It's a giant killer.
it tried to eat my friend.
You can use your action. Yeah, okay, so it's just the one attack because you can't use a bonus action with your reaction to do the second attack.
Wait, what?
Because you attack with, you attack and then your bonus action offhand, but you can't bonus action off a reaction. So just be the one swing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, 7 damage, and yeah, now
Wait.
your turn. All gone.
Oh, okay. Oh, now my turn. Right, yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I was going to attack on my turn as well, so that's,
Yes.
yeah. So yeah, I'm going to attack again with my short sword, and that's a 23.
Yep.
And then it's another 7.
Another 7. Okay. Ow. Another 7 damage. The bear looks very, very unhappy. And bonus attack offhand.
Wait, I don't. Do I have a bonus offhand?
You've got 2 swords.
Oh yeah. So I do.
Living
Isn't
your
that
best
lovely?
Legolas life.
Didn't even realise that the first attack. Okay, again, 9 this time.
Do we have anything in the bag at the moment?
No.
I think
No.
so.
Okay, that's fair.
no.
Okay.
I'll get him next time.
As an aside, just remember you've got is it favoured foe? When you hit a creature
Favoured
with an attack roll, you can call on your mystical bomb of nature to mark the target as your favoured enemy for 1 minute or until you lose concentration. The first time on each of your turns you hit the favoured enemy and deal damage to it, including when you mark it, you can increase your damage by D4. So
That expels a spell slot, right?
ooh, that is just a thing
No?
that rangers have.
What?
Yeah, that's just a cool thing.
Oh, it's been so long since I played a ranger. Okay, great, good to know.
So it's slightly less than Hunter's Mark, but it's free. But
Cool.
have you attacked twice now?
Yes.
So roll 2d4 for the 2 times you would have had it.
Okay.
Ba-ba-da-ba-dee.
Go do it. 6.
Okay. And the bear
Hey.
collapses in chunks. As you-
Yay.
I'm imagining a kind of Drax the Destroyer in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 where you're just like ah!
You're not far off.
on top of it. Okay. So the bear is down. Very well done, Bambo. Anything else? Any movement?
At the end, I turn to the wolves and go, "You're next."
Okay. Well, Guz slowly steps up and my apologies, I do believe it is you that is in fact next, he says. As he swirls his greatsword. He's going to attack Oscar and
There's a miss.
Bambo for 20.
Oh no.
And you take 4 damage. Yeah, it's not got the modifier, so that is 7 damage with this strength score
Ouch.
on top.
Can I use Giant Killer now?
He is not large.
Oh, is he not large?
Giant killer has to be on a
He
large
does,
or
doesn't
larger.
he? Yeah.
He's just big.
He's just very big. He's almost large.
He looks large to me.
And he just kind of as he clatters you, like swings the great sword, and as you're standing triumphant, you take the blade to kind of the shoulder. Right, and then Guz is going to he's going to step round and kind of interpose between Oscar and Dorian. Cool. The strange sheep. Nah.
That's now Frostbolt now, doesn't it?
Disengages. Nah. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Gets right into the middle of these commoners. And turns round and screw you! And a ray of blue energy emanates from its mouth as it casts ray of frost. I can actually, hang on, give me 2 secs. Let me actually give him ray of frost. Ray of, as a bonus action. Attack 20. Hits. Yeah, hits, and he's attacking the wolf that's kind of closest to him for 6 damage. And you watch as this wolf just turns into an ice sculpture as the sheep literally ices him. And gone, dead. Gumbo. You're just like peering over everything that's happening.
He's actually rummaging around behind the bar, and then he pops up with his little chef's hat and just starts lobbing what look like vials of vinegar, shouting, "Have that, and have that!" These vials of vinegar are going to land around Guz and his closest wolf.
Okay, yeah.
So that's going to be an acid splash, if that's okay.
Amazing. Right, so Guz rolls a 14, and the wolf rolls a 10 and fails.
Okay, so just d6 damage for the wolf then. 3.
3, okay. And like this malt vinegar creates a horrendous smell as it starts melting the fur on this wolf. And the wolf just like stops to look to you to be like, really? It gives you a really incriminating look. For
He'll probably pop back down behind the bar when he sees that.
Sure. Anything else, Gumbo?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. In which case, on the wolf's turns, so the one that you just threw vinegar at takes the starts slinking under tables, takes a disengage action, and moves round to Gumbo. You notice that he's kind of by the door, and then the other one runs up behind the sheep. And Bambo, are you kind of watching what's happening?
Intently.
Give me a nature check.
Oh, gladly. Oh, a 9. I should be good at this.
If anyone else would like to give me a nature,
Yeah, I'm happy to.
Bambo's still got blood in her eye.
Yeah, that's fair. Just popped a blood vessel from taking a half fall to the side of the head. Okay.
Oh, let's have a go.
Oh boy, we're all doing so well.
Let's have a go. Yaskar!
Oh, where are
Just
those advantages when you need them?
expected.
Have you got wild magic advantage? Oh no, they're saves. Okay.
So didn't Oscar doesn't he give disadvantage to saving throws for enemies? That thing?
Is that?
On my next magic attack.
It's
if I did a magic attack, yeah.
Your spells, okay.
Okay. Right, so between the four of you, you're just utterly bewildered by the fact that these wolves are just sort of running backwards and forwards around the central column, with the sounds of sort of the panicked commoners and the bleating. But, Oscar, what are you doing?
As he pings off Guz's most recent attack, I guess he just presses his attack
Okay.
No, dude, you and me here. Come on, dude. And we'll swing for 12.
Is a miss.
Miss.
As Guz sort of surprisingly spry for a meat slab as large as he is, kind of skips out the way, and the blow. The swing goes wild.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I do not.
Anything else, Oscar?
No, I'm trying to hang on to my meager amount of spell slots.
Oh, I see.
You know, because yeah, it's a one shot. It's I don't have many. I guess he just sort of. I guess yeah, he just sort of interposed himself between Gus. Actually, he's going to come round to sitting next to Orion.
That's kind of you.
He looks at the pink beard, the pink hair, and he's like, "Dude, gnarly."
Dude, and Dorian like holds up a shield, sort of doing this underneath it, but like can't quite see.
Yo,
Yes, bro.
brah.
So, as you dude bro one another, the screaming and panicking civilians carry on running out, effectively leaving the panicking sheep behind. So let's do a little bit of a clean up. The girl behind the bar is still in the corner. Timothy Dalton is effectively frozen to the ground by his bum cheeks.
He's just looking through his gadgets to sort of like how he can James Bond his way out of this.
Yeah. This commoner here, like seeing that there's a wolf between him and the door, begins like crawling underneath the table that you started at, and he's just gonna kind of hide there for a moment.
Dan, did the wolf run through the grease that's here?
Oh, he did. Okay, so let me do a quick text check for you.
Buttery wolves.
No, he's fine.
He's fine.
The butter has no effect.
I can't believe he's not buttered.
No.
Hey.
Dorian, top of round 3. All of this has happened in 12 seconds so far. What do you do?
Everything happens very fast for me all the time. It's no change. Dorian is going to kind of look inside one of his shields and then sort of look inside of the other one and then open one up to Guz and be like, "Oh, can you all find?" And he's going to take the help action by just trying to confuse Guz into sort of stuttering to open up his defenses.
Sure. The half-orc turns to you and, "Oh, well, no, of course," and like tries to help, and then every time he like reaches out and you're just, like, kind of bumping it, jostling him with your shields. It's in my back pocket. But yeah, the half-orc looks like he's trying to help and looks sufficiently confused. Any movement?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Bambo.
Yes.
There
Hello.
appears to be a commoner under the table that you're on, but between you and the doggo by the door, so let's quickly draw that in, there is a puddle of buttery grease, and Guz and Oscar and Dorian are having a punch up.
Okay. Okay. Let's have a look. Oh, I think I'm gonna like run along that table and take a little jumping slash at old Guz.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll to. Are you putting your favoured foe on him?
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
So hang on, where you can use a number of times. Okay, so
Oh, it's proficiency. So
you get
maybe I'll save it then.
Okay.
Maybe I'll save it just in case.
Yep, that sounds good.
Just in case.
Okay, so 2 attacks.
Yeah. Doing 22
is a hit.
and the damage is 5.
5 damage. Okay. Ow.
And then if you like that, you like this. 23
23 is a hit.
and then 7.
Yes. Okay, 7 damage. I wonder, just real quickly, if I... can just to make sure, you lot can hear music, but you can't. But you can hear fight music.
Oh, I can't hear music now.
There's music on Foundry. I can hear.
Perfect. Okay. Cool.
But obviously, it's not DRM free, so I imagine it's not being streamed to Twitch.
It's not being streamed.
It is.
Okay, it is naughty music. Okay, so 2 slashes of your great swords, and Guz. Why are you hurting Guz? He says, looking a bit confused that someone's kind of giving him some jip. Anything else, Bambo?
Should I? No, not for now. Nope, that'll do me.
Okay. In which case, Guz, now that he's surrounded, he will be decidedly reckless and get advantage on these attacks. And he's going to swing his sword wide, and he's going to go for Oscar and Dorian. So Oscar is a 17 and Dorian is a 14. No. Okay, so there's a clanging of metal as the sword rings off 3 shields between 2 combatants. I
imagine like Dorian and Oscar have gone back to back and created like a little like shield wall.
Like a little metal turtle. Okay.
Dorian, turtle formation, dude. Go.
Once again,
Cowabunga, dude.
Guz looks a little confused, because clearly he doesn't understand the concept of a shield.
Pre-adult genetic ability turtles, dude.
So the sheep, you hear like some more frantic. Actually, you'd hear help, and we'll take the disengage action once again. And appears to be making a beeline. Gumbo, you can see the sheep disappear out through the front door, out into the street. But before it goes, the sheep turns around and spews out a beam of frost at the wolf nearest the door, which is a hit on a 15, and it deals 7 damage. And this sheep just annihilates another wolf.
The sheep is definitely the MVP so far.
Turns into a snowman.
Yeah, so far it's killed.
By far.
Yeah, we're here just giving it assists. It's the one getting all the kills.
Yeah.
Didn't it say it wanted competent adventurers? Maybe it should have gone to the next tavern over.
Yeah, when this fight's finished, it's gonna.
So long for competent adventurers. Maybe just gave up and was like, "Oh, you'll do."
No, it's when it gets to the door after this fight and be like, "Nah, you guys are all right. You stick around. Can I have my scroll back, please?"
Yeah, it turns out that like Dritsterword and co are in the next building. Never quite got there. But yes, Gumbo, what are you doing? The sheep has made a bolt for it out of the front door.
Yeah, he's gonna snatch up his meat cleaver and his tenderizer and come back here and fall over the bar, and he wants to run to here if that's okay.
Yeah.
He's pursuing the sheep more than anything else.
Sure. And out in the street, you can see the sheep kind of looking left and right frantically, and there are commoners kind of gathering around, wondering what on earth is happening. Because they heard some roars and some howling and some bleating.
Yeah.
But yeah, the sheep is just kind of looking side to side, utterly bewildered.
Okay. I guess I will. He'll take out his spoon, which serves as his arcane focus. It's like a wooden stirring spoon. Point it at the wolf, and the end will glow red hot, and then a bolt of fire will burst out from it.
Okay, yeah. You need a 13 to hit.
Yep, sure.
That'll do it.
Cool. So
a 19.
5 fire damage then.
5 fire damage. And the room is filled with more kind of burnt fur smell. Gumbo, as you there's a big kind of concussive blast as this firebolt strikes the wolf. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Oscar.
Oscar takes a slash at Guz.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck's sake.
And Guz just...
You have advantage on that.
Do I?
You do, yes.
Guz
Dorian
is
provided
reckless, and also because I was.
Oh, sweet. Let's try that again. 17.
Is a hit.
Hey! I will deal him 6 damage.
Yeah.
And then for my bonus action, I will use Shield Master to shove him prone.
Okay, so he makes a dex save. And he
So yeah, he comes in with a sword, and then he sort of swings back with a shield and then clips him around his knees.
Sure. And Guz,
Surf's up, dude!
Guz is even more impressed by this piece of metal you have strapped to your arm that you're swinging around. Because it is, in fact, a weapon. Okay, anything else, Oscar?
No. He just looks at Bambo, just gives Bambo the nod for Bambo to...
Well, I mean...
Go for the eyes, Bambo! Go for the eyes!
Maybe it should be Dorian that you're giving the nod to. What's Dorian doing?
Dorian is going to leave this situation.
Okay, yeah.
He's going to head over here and
The turtle!
throw an attack at. Sorry, dude, I'll be back. And then it's going to throw a firebolt at the wolf.
Okay. So let's do it from that so you don't get disadvantage.
Boop.
12 is a...
That is a 12.
Miss. The wolf skitters out of the way at the last moment, and your firebolt scorches the stonework where it was a moment ago. Anything else, Dorian?
Nope, that's me.
Bambo.
Very useful party member, this guy.
What's Bambo doing?
Well, you see, Oscar said go for the eyes. So guess what Bambo's doing? But Bambo is behind Guz and can't see his eyes. So she's just going to approximate where the eyes are, get both of her like short swords and just kind of go at the side of his head until she hits something.
You have advantage, so go nuts.
Advantage. Yeah,
I have advantage.
He's prone. So that's why if he goes for the eyes, you should be able to just literally lean
Oh,
over.
he's on. Yeah. Oh, he's on the floor, isn't he? Okay. Yeah. Like milking the cow, but with big pointy
But with
metal
swords.
sticks. Yes.
How did you lose your job as a dairy farmer? No.
23
That is one hit.
for the first one.
May as well just roll again for the second attack.
Okay. And that's with advantage as well, right?
Yep.
That is
All
two hits.
attacks.
Yeah, 19. Yes.
So that'll be what, 2d6 plus mod, so roll another d6.
And another d6. Is it
so you
2d6?
Well, so you
oh.
don't get the mod on the second attack. Okay, so that is
Oh, okay.
9 damage as you like. Guz brings his hand up and he's oh, you're just like stabbing into his open palm. I mean, yeah, he doesn't look very happy. You know what? Okay. Guz rises to his feet. Sorry, anything else, Bambo?
No, it's just hovering, sort of like breathing heavily, surveying her work.
Okay. Guz rises to his feet, and in one final reckless hurrah, he swings at both of you. Oscar rolls a 10, and Bambo rolls a 23.
Yes.
Stop it! He says. He pushes you away for 5 plus 3 damage, so 8 damage.
Okay.
And he looks like he's on his last legs. He can hear like the commotion, like everything's dying down. He has a suspicion that the sheep has begun making its way outside. So looking to you all, he decides that the mission is more important, and he steps away.
Sentinel.
The two of you want to...
Do we get opportunity of attack?
Yes.
Yeah, if I hit, his speed becomes 0. How's a 14 do?
A 14 is a hit.
His speed becomes 0. He ain't going anywhere. We ain't done with
Yes.
him.
Yeah, and then roll your
Obvious.
damage.
3 damage on my part.
3 damage.
Do I still get opportunity?
Yeah.
Cool, because I rolled a 21.
Yeah, that's how I say it. Roll for damage.
9.
9 damage. Okay. And
Bring him back. Bring him back.
uh,
As Oscar clips him in the knee.
no, so it's when he moves out. So he,
Yeah.
he's where
So
he
he'll
is.
be. It's when he leaves my threat and range, isn't it? Which is. Oh, okay.
And as Guz makes it, like you scoop his legs out from underneath it with your sentinel tactics, his other foot slips on the buttery grease on the floor, and you watch as this kind of 8-foot tall half-orc collides with the ground chin first, and he folds like a wet pinata. You hear like a sickening crunch as a number of bones from his jaw, his neck, his spine, and his lower coccyx kind of all seemingly come into contact with one another with the force that he collides with.
That's an advantage.
Okay, so we've got advantage. And the half-orc known as Guz, pretzeled as he is on the floor of the naughty pig, is no more.
Bad boy.
And
No. Naughty pig. Oink, oink!
outside, so outside the sheep looks around and doesn't, like, it's because it's surrounded by people, doesn't really know, turns around, notices that there's a very hungry looking halfling chasing after him. What you aren't you armed with like your meat tenderizer and a...
Yeah, he's got a meat tenderizer. Well, I guess I'm brandishing my spoon, aren't I? So,
a flaming spatula.
yeah, just the meat tenderizer and a wooden spoon.
Sure. The sheep then sort of like skips to the side and let's fire off one ray of frost, which kills off the final wolf. And the sheep coughs as it fires out the last ray of frost, and sort of like bits of snow and ice kind of waft out the sides of its mouth as it kind of coughs out the last of the ray of frost magic. And looks to you, Gumbo, and
Hurry, there might be more coming soon.
he shouts.
No,
More,
we
more
haven't even
goons.
finished breakfast.
Yo, Bambo, grab as much as you can. We are dining and dashing, yo.
It seems like you can, well, the rest of you can hear that the combat, as it is, seems to have now come to an end. Everyone, there's just frozen wolves, there's a pretzeled half-orc, there's chunks of brown bear scattered across the floor. The brown bear is mixing in with the buttery puddle. It looks like, Gumbo, one of your finest culinary creations. But are you just kind of grabbing your stuff and legging it with whatever leftovers you have for breakfast?
Yep, and with a sort of like a little cheery wave over to the waitress. Okay, bye! Bambo's just gonna grab a load of nuts, shove them in her pockets, and run out to her new friend.
Okay, so in which case the girl behind the bar peeks up slowly to look at you all, and like the door to the kitchen slowly creeps open as Pa checks to see if the coast is clear, and before you know it, the four of you have scampered without paying your tabs, and yeah, you're making it out. What are you just kind of heading out, following after the sheep? Because the sheep seems to be going in a very particular direction. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Got to
Dumbo definitely
follow our
wouldn't
new
be letting the
friend.
sheep out of his sight.
Sure. Okay. In which case, yeah, as you grab your stuff and run, you chase the sheep out of Weymouth. Amazing. So, with that all said and done, I think, would it be prudent for us to have a quick kind of 10-minute break and then another one at
That'd be nice.
sort of 10ish?
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Amazing. Okay, so in that case, yeah, if we set a 10-minute timer, we all come back at 8:07. I will figure out what I'm going to put up as a break. Overlay. Cool. Catch you all in a
See you
bit.
in 10.
See you in
In
10.
a bit.